Well, hello YouTube, it's your girl Zhane coming at you with another video, and as you can tell by the title, this video is going to be all about Mother's Day, fragrances, what you should get for your mother, what you should wear as the mother, all of that. So if you guys are interested in seeing the 15 fragrances that I chose, then go ahead and just keep on watching. Alright y'all, so real quick, if it sounds like I'm whispering, I am in my living room and baby girl is literally asleep right there. So I'm gonna try and like amp up the volume for you guys. Fan is going, all of that. I'm gonna try and make this thing work while she's taking her nap because I really wanted to get this video out to you guys ASAP. So go ahead and stop what you're doing, stop, and leave me your scent of the day down below. I would love to know what you guys are wearing today or tonight whenever you are watching this video. Also, if you are new to my channel, hello again, my name is Zhane, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for clicking back onto another video. I truly appreciate you guys' support. Like, it means the world to me. Also, if you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos from moi. And let's get right into my scent of the day because I am feeling beautiful today and I'm so excited for Mother's Day. If you guys do not know, like I mentioned earlier, I have a beautiful 18-month-old named Zori and she's literally my life. I want to start incorporating more mommy and me videos. A lot of you guys want to see some night routines and just routines in general with her, so I would love to get that out to you guys. So again, make sure you subscribe down below and turn on your notification bell so you know whenever I post a new video. So today my scent of the day is BDK's Tubaroose Imperial. If it weren't for my girl Maria, aka it's MJ, talking about this scent, I think I would have been very late on this train. But nonetheless, this is a beautiful, of course, tuberose centric fragrance. This is like a white floral, slightly yellow floral type of vibe with some vanilla, a little bit of powderiness, and a little bit of like earthiness from that patchouli. This fragrance has, of course, tuberose. It has ylang ylang in it. It has some patchouli in it. It has a little bit of incense, which gives it some depth. This also has jasmine. Love me some jasmine, but also on the base it has vanilla, some benzoin, and some sandalwood and cashmere, which to me gives it like this creamy velvet touch. The tuberose in this fragrance is a very bloomed tuberose. It comes off kind of heady in the opening with all those white florals, but it definitely tones down and becomes more buttery and smooth. That tuberose is stunning in this scent, and I think the dry down really makes this fragrance amazing. Maria says that this fragrance to her reminds her of like a tuberose Delina exclusive, and if y'all don't know, I love me some Delina exclusive. That's literally one of my favorite fragrances ever, period. And this is definitely a tuberose Delina exclusive. I can definitely agree to that. So warm and cozy and creamy and very likable. I've gotten so many compliments wearing this fragrance. People want to know what I'm wearing, and it's this Tubaroose Imperial from BDK. Beautiful choice for Mother's Day or just in general. It's feminine, it's sexy, it's grown, okay? You are not gonna smell like a child. This is beautiful. So again, this is Tubaroose Imperial by BDK. Next, on the flip side of things, we have Mon Paris by Yves Saint Laurent, or YSL. I don't have the cap on mine, okay? Don't judge me. This fragrance is a beautiful, sparkling, fruity floral. It does have a little bit of freshness to it as well, but not like Lime Patrice by Dolce & Gabbana. This is more of like a fruity fresh. What I get the most in this fragrance is the strawberry, the raspberry, and that pear in the opening. It's beautiful. Again, the pear in this fragrance gives it kind of like a sparkling or effervescence. Once you smell this, you'll understand what I'm saying. This is absolutely stunning. I love pear and fragrances, especially for the spring and the summer. It just makes me feel uplifted and happy. And Mother's Day, of course, is in May, which is springtime. Most of these fragrances are very happy, fruity, floral, you know, just very energizing and makes you feel beautiful and feminine. So this scent is definitely that. This also has some peony, some jasmine, and a little bit of orange blossom as well. To my nose, I get a lot of that peony because it's that fresh freshness, like that fresh floral, but it's not like your grandmother's floral. Peony to me is kind of like a watery floral, which is absolutely beautiful. And then in the dry down, you get a little bit of patchouli, and then I also detect a lot of musk, which also gives it a little bit of like a freshness, but it's very beautiful and like skin-like. And this also has cedar in the base as well, which kind of grounds it a bit with that patchouli, but it's not overly done. It's still very bright and beautiful and happy and exciting. I love this scent. I cannot wait to try the intense version, Intense Mint I believe it's called. But yes, this one is absolutely beautiful. It lasts forever on my skin for it to be kind of like a fresh fruity floral, and I get a ton of compliments with this as well. This is very, very likable. Montpellier has been in my collection for a very long time, and she's not going anywhere. Okay, I love her for a Mother's Day or for a beautiful spring or summer day. So again, this is Montpellier by Yves Saint Laurent. This next fragrance is one that's pricey, but they've been going on discount for, I want to say, almost a full year at this point. Since COVID hit, they have been discounting majority of their fragrances, which I actually appreciate. But this next fragrance is a beautiful one for Mother's Day, and this is House of Sillage Cheval d'Or. I think it's Cheval d'Or. I don't speak French. Please help me, you guys, please. But this, you guys, absolutely stunning. I've touched it all over, but look at this cupcake. Okay, she doesn't want to focus. She's focused on me, but this cupcake is so beautiful. I love the red Swarovski crystals. This is made of Italian glass. It's a beautiful cupcake. Like, you cannot go wrong with the ombre, all of that. Like, just the bottle itself is just stunning, okay? House of Sillage does their thing with their bottles, okay? And this fragrance to me is one of my favorites. Like, there's 3 that I cannot live without. And some people say that this house is overrated or overpriced, and I'm not the type to say anything's overrated. I can say that the $360 original retail price for these are a bit hefty, but if you want luxury, you have to pay the price. And the fact that they have these up to 50% off at times, you have to jump on it. Another good thing about this house is that they have afterpay. So if you don't want to fork out that money all at once, you can pay in payments. And I'm letting y'all know this video is not sponsored. I paid for this baby with my own money when they were having one of their sales last year, and I just love it. I really, really like it. I even like the inside of the cap. Like, oh, that's so pretty. Oh my god. But anyways, the fragrance. This is a very rose heavy fragrance, but it also has this wild strawberry note, which is so beautiful. It has their signature vanilla in it, but mainly I get rose, strawberry, and their vanilla. But it's a unique strawberry. It is not like your regular juicy, ripe, fruity strawberry. It has more of like a tang to it, which I really like. Kind of like, you know how Delina has like that rhubarb, it's kind of tangy, kind of tart. It's the same idea here. So if the strawberry was like underripe, that's what this is. I love this fragrance so much, and this will be so beautiful for Mother's Day. I'm a sucker for rose, and the rose in here is done so right. Kind of has like that fresh rose, like the fresh stem, everything. I wouldn't say that this is a green fragrance, but it is a fresh rose, and it's so nice, you guys. Like, I love this. I would say that this is a unique fragrance because of that tart strawberry. You don't really get that side of strawberry in a fragrance. You typically get that sweet, juicy, fruity strawberry. Here it's a little bit more tart, like I said. So this is a beautiful fragrance. Love it. Check their website because they almost always have some type of sale or bundle going on, and I definitely think that it's worth a look. So this is Cheval d'Or by House of Sillage. The next fragrance on my list is Si Passione by Giorgio Armani. Y'all, if you have not checked this baby out, please do. Please do. It's bae. I do want to try out the intense one, but this one is so stunning. You can layer this with other fragrances and smell incredible. Incredible. This is a very beautiful fruity floral. It's kind of fresh. It's vanillic. It has a little bit of woodiness in there as well, so you get like a little bit of everything, you know. This is bright enough, it's fresh enough, it's fruity enough, you know, it's floral enough for these spring and summer days, but also it has that depth from that woodiness and that vanilla. So what really sticks out to me with this fragrance would be the black currant and the pear in the opening. And then in the mid, you get some rose, some pineapple. It's a pineapple note in here. what? And heliotrope. And then in the base, you get some vanilla, some cedar, and some patchouli, which y'all know I love all of those notes. Okay, love me some woody notes. I love me some patchouli. I love me some vanilla. Love it all. This is beautiful. I also like to layer this fragrance with Kayali's Vanilla 28. That combo, holy cannoli. If you haven't checked out my girl Takara's overspray routine, I'm gonna link it down below. I believe that was her combination that she did that day. It smells amazing. Also, if you haven't checked out my video on how I do my spray routine, then I'll link that up in the eye in the sky as well, so check that out. Shameless plug. But you guys, this fragrance is beautiful, and for this to be kind of like a fruity floral woody fragrance, it has amazing performance. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. You can layer it, you can wear it on its own. It's going to be beautiful and you will get compliments. So this is a fragrance I think will be amazing for Mother's Day, for my mothers, or for those who are looking to get their mother or someone in their family that is a mom a gift. So this is Si Passione by Giorgio Armani. Okay, so this next fragrance is one I don't believe I've spoken about at all on my channel. I wanted to do a haul, but I don't know, I'm kind of overdoing hauls. I just kind of want to get them, try them out, and let you guys know what I love versus kind of doing like a first impressions. I don't know, let me know what you guys think, if you like hauls or if you guys want me to just accumulate them and then talk about the ones I like or talk about the ones I declutter, because I would like to do that, but just let me know. But this is Ylang in Gold by M. Micallef. Y'all, first of all, this bottle, come on, focus y'all. This bottle is so stunning. I don't think that this camera is focusing, but I shook it up a bit so you could see the gold shimmer. Y'all, it's so beautiful. Of course, it has ylang in it, okay? It has ylang, it has vanilla, but this also has some coconut. It has some musk. It has some fruity notes like peach. Like, oh, this fragrance overall is just beautiful. This is a bougie, coconutty, beachy scent, but without smelling like sunscreen. It's so nice. It's so luxurious. When you spray this on your skin, you get gold flakes all over your body, which I love. I even spray this in my hair, and I'm not the type to spray perfume on my hair. I know y'all see these curls. Okay, these curls get dry. You can't just be spraying perfume all in your hair. And on top of that, my hair products typically have a smell to them, but when I spray this, I just go to town. Now, I will say that this is a very delicate and feminine scent. Okay, it's like a veil of a fragrance. This is not heavy. This is not beast mode whatsoever. The scent sits close to the skin, but it's so nice, and it leaves a beautiful trail, especially if you spray it how you need to spray it. Okay, 1-2 sprays ain't gonna do it for you. You gotta spray. Okay, don't be scared to use your fragrances. I'm just saying. But yes, y'all, this is a beautiful scent. If you live in a climate that's like more tropical or hot, like Miami, or if you're going on a vacation for Mother's Day, this is a stunning option. Seriously, beautiful, you guys. I love it so much. And again, if you live in a climate that's very hot right now, I'm telling you, you are going to smell like a whole snack, but not too sweet. Like, y'all know I like my sweets, y'all know I like my gourmands, but this is the perfect amount of sweetness for the heat. I love it. And I layer this with Vanilla 28 as well if I want to get a little bit more vanilla in there. And I layer this with my Lancome's La Nuit Trésor Nude to amp up that coconut. Y'all, I'm gonna stop talking about this because we need to move on to the next one. So this is M. Micallef's Ylang in Gold. Okay, so going back to Giorgio Armani, I could not talk about Mother's Day and not talk about Si Fiori. You guys, this bottle is on its last leg. Like, I really need to get a big 100 ml because I only have a few sprays left. And you guys, this fragrance is just a beautiful fruity floral with some vanilla, a little bit of powderiness, and a little bit of woodiness. To me, to my nose, what I get the most from this fragrance is, of course, the black currant. I get the rose, I get the neroli, which is kind of like orange blossom, but more fresh in my opinion. And I get the vanilla with the musk. Like, that's what I get. This is a very creamy, beautiful, rosy black currant fragrance. It's like a smoothie. I believe Maria describes it as a smoothie as well, but like a milky, creamy smoothie. It's so nice. If you live in a climate that is kind of still cool out, you know, around this time, I think this is a beautiful option. But for me personally, I wear what I want when I want. I really don't care. All right, y'all, my special guest woke up from her nap, so we're gonna try and speed through the rest of this. I have a decent amount, so if I have to like cut the video and it looks completely different, that means it didn't work out and we just got to cut through. But I was talking about my C Fiore, and this scent again is just black currant, vanilla, some musk, some rose. It's absolutely beautiful. It lasts forever on the skin. Very creamy, very delicious, very beautiful and delicate, but it packs a punch. I love this scent so much. Like, it's absolutely amazing. I definitely recommend this for my moms, for those who want to gift their moms a fragrance that is, you know, slightly powdery, but in the best way. I do not like powdery scents. It's not my thing, but this is absolutely beautiful. So feminine, so seductive, so sexy in the best way, okay? And I think any age could wear this scent. So this is C Fiore by Giorgio Armani. Okay, so this next fragrance is one that is a little bit more, I would say, mature for my taste, but I really like this in doses, and I cannot overspray this. I literally have to go about 6 sprays with this, because if I do more than that, like my typical routine, it's not gonna smell good. But this is Maison Lancome's Jasmine's Marzipan, and I really like this scent, but very lightly. Very lightly. It's a beautiful jasmine with some woodiness, some cashmere, it has sandalwood, of course it has jasmine, it has some almond, so you get a little bit of that nutty factor. It's not overly sweet at all. It's like very slightly sweet. It reminds me of something from my childhood that I cannot put my finger on, but it's beautiful. I got so many compliments when I have worn this. Again, like I said, you can't spray much. This is the 30 ml bottle, and I do not think that I need that full 100 ml, because as y'all can tell, I haven't really done much damage with this, because like I said, a little bit goes a long way. But this lasts amazing on the skin. I love the dry down. I love that nutty factor. Like that's what got me. The jasmine is more of a heady jasmine, which I typically don't like, but for some reason with that cashmere, with that sandalwood, and with that almond, it kind of works. Like, it works. So I really enjoy this scent. If you do not like heady white florals, please stand clear. If you are expecting something to be like gourmand, I would not consider this to be gourmand whatsoever. Just because it has that marzipan, you know, name, I would definitely not consider this to be a gourmand. But this is Jasmine's Marzipan, and I think that this would be a beautiful scent for a mom, or for you to wear on Mother's Day if you want to smell warm, cozy, motherly, you know, sensual, but in a very elegant way. So this next fragrance is for my moms out there that like these types of scents, that like citrusy but jasmine, ambery fragrances, okay? And this is Alien Eau Sublime by Mugler. This scent was all the rave last summer, I believe. Everyone wanted to get their hands on it. This is just basically a citrus version of Alien, and it's an eau de toilette concentration. So of course this has some lemon, it has some orange, but this also has a note of solar notes, and you get that quintessential jasmine, and you get that amber, along with some cashmere, which kind of gives it a little bit of depth, but not too much. I really enjoy the dry down, but overall, in my opinion, this fragrance is very fresh and citrusy and uplifting and happy, but you do get like that ambery resinous touch that the original Alien has, and you do get some of that Alien jasmine, which doesn't get like mentholated like it did with Alien Essence Absolute on my skin. So yeah, this is a beautiful option for the spring and summertime. If your mom likes Alien, I do not think that she would be disappointed with this, especially if she likes fresh, you know, citrusy fragrances, or if you like fresh citrusy fragrances and you like Alien, this is a nice alternative to that. You can wear this during the day and then Alien in the evening. So this is Alien Eau Sublime. So these next two fragrances, I'm gonna kind of talk about them simultaneously because they remind me of each other, but they have their differences. And I'm talking about Novatus Parfums Idola. This is the Big Beard Business collaboration. He is a fellow YouTuber. I will link his channel down below. This was a beautiful launch. There's also another fragrance that I have in my collection from this collection, and it's just spot on. And I'm going to kind of talk about it in conjunction with Delina. Now, these two I am recommending for this list. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, I love Delina Exclusive. I felt like if I put that in this list, it would just be so redundant, you know what I'm saying? Because I talk about that fragrance all the time. But yeah, I have these two, and in my opinion, they smell similar, but they have enough differences to where if you had both, I wouldn't see them being pretty redundant unless you want a very curated collection. So with Idola, some of the notes are mandarin orange, you have some peach, you have some jasmine, you have some Bulgarian rose, which is personally my favorite. You also get some Haitian vetiver, you get some vanilla, some cedar, and some patchouli. And in my opinion, what I get the most out of this fragrance, of course, is that beautiful Bulgarian rose. In the opening, you do get that blast of citrus, but to me, I get that Bulgarian rose. That Haitian vetiver is definitely in that opening as well. And then once it dries down, it becomes this warm rose with some vanilla, and it also has that patchouli and that vetiver. That vetiver comes off as a green, woody, kind of earthy scent. Of course, patchouli comes off green and earthy as well. And then that cedar is a very woody, distinctive woody fragrance. And with comparing it to Delina, right? Delina has that rhubarb that's like tart and, you know, kind of like sour in the best way. So you get some lychee in this, you get some rhubarb, you get some of that rose, of course, some musk, some vanilla. You also get Haitian vetiver in this, and you get cedar in this as well with some incense. And that's why I said they have similar notes, they have similar vibes, but they're different. This has citrus in it and this doesn't, but this has that sour rhubarb and this doesn't. They both have that Haitian vetiver that is very prominent in both. And yeah, I would definitely say Delina, of course, hands down. Like, how can you not talk about Delina? You're talking about Mother's Day, you're talking about spring, you're talking about summer. This is a very happy, uplifting, very sexy, lovable fragrance. Same thing with Idola though. Now I would say go for Idola if you like a little bit more depth, if you like a little bit more woodiness. Now if I want to lift up Idola a little bit more, I would layer it with Delina. If I want to give this a little bit more of sensuality, I will layer this with Delina Exclusive. So it just depends on the vibe you want to go for, the personality that you or your mother or whoever you are gifting these fragrances have. And yeah, they both are in these beautiful pastel pink bottles. I love, love, love. Idola is a bit darker. You can't tell. I don't know if you can tell on camera or not, but they're beautiful, absolutely stunning, high quality. This is a bit more affordable. So if you are looking for a 100 ml that is worth your money, I say this: if you want to splurge, go ahead and get Delina or Delina Exclusive. Get Delina La Rose if they like a little bit more of a fresh, you know, aquatic element. Check into that. But these are so beautiful to consider for Mother's Day as a gift, or to wear yourself, or to gift yourself. So this is Idola by Novatus Parfums, collaboration with Big Beard Business, and this is Delina from Perfumes de Marly. I know y'all see a pattern here. Tell me if you see the pattern. But this next fragrance is one that's very affordable, and it is a beautiful scent. It kind of reminds me of Parfums de Marly Meliora, which I adore. And this is Lalique's Amethyst Eclat. And this fragrance is just, again, another beautiful fruity floral. It's fresh. This also, of course, has black currant. It has some raspberry, some pear, so you get that blast of fruitiness. Love it so, so much. And then you get some peony, which is that fresh floral I talked to you guys about earlier. You get some magnolia. You also get some rose in this as well. And then in the base, you get some musk and some blackberry. So it keeps that fruitiness throughout the whole life of the fragrance. It does get a little bit musky. It does get a little bit fresh from that peony, but I love it so much. Now, I had the original Amethyst. I prefer this one just because it performs a little bit better and it's less green. Now, the original Amethyst has a little bit more of a green, fresh, fruity, floral vibe. This one is like not really green at all, and you get more of that fresh, berry, fruity element with that floral aspect, which I really like. And you get that muskiness as well, which gives it a little bit of sensuality. So if you are a mom, or if you are someone who wants to gift your mom something that sounds like that, then this will be nice. I would say that this is a little bit more flirty, a little bit more fun, but I think anyone can wear this. You can wear whatever you want, no matter what your gender is, what you identify as, what your age is. This is just very fun. So this to me is like going out for brunch, going out to, you know, breakfast, something like that. It's just very fun. And I just think of a satin skirt, you know, a satin midi skirt with some beautiful sandals and a white top with a beach hat. Like, that's kind of what I think of when I smell this. It's just very happy, and whoever wears this, I know for sure would get compliments, because I've gotten compliments compliments. I cannot wait to wear this more this spring because I got this at the end of summer last year and I really wanted to wear this more, but I didn't. So this is beautiful, okay? I believe also the original Amethyst had a T note. I don't know for sure, but I think so. But yeah, this is Lalique's Amethyst Eclat, and it's absolutely beautiful, you guys. It's so beautiful. So love this one for a Mother's Day gift or your Mother's Day scent of the day. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know me. If you don't, hi again, I'm Zhane. But this next fragrance is one that's in my top 5 fragrances, period. It's not because of the price, it's because of the quality, it's because of how it makes me feel and the significance behind it, like the memories that I have with it. And this is Maison Francis Kurkdjian Bakarat Rouge 540. Now, before I start going in, okay, I know people like this scent and I know people hate this scent. I know some people don't think that it's worth the money because this is a very pricey fragrance, but I also know people who love it. So I'm just here to share my truth on what I like, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'll agree to disagree with you and we can just keep going. We can just move forward, okay? But this is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, okay? And the Extrite is even better. I cannot wait to get my hands on that because it's beautiful. I used all my sample up, but yes, some people go nose blind or is it osnomic? I don't know. You go nose blind to it, so you can't smell it on yourself, but everyone else can smell it. This is a very long lasting fragrance, which it should be because I mean the price, but it's very long lasting. I love when I spray this on my skin. I see like the oils on my skin, so I know that this is great quality. Francis Kurkdjian is literally one of my favorite perfumers, period. Everything he puts his hands on pretty much I really enjoy. He even collaborated with Nomad Perfumes and BBB to do Idola, so he had his hand all up in there, okay, with another perfumer. But let's get back to Baccarat Rouge 540. This is just a very beautiful, resinous, slightly sweet, slightly woody fragrance. It's just very hard to describe because it's so beautifully blended. You can't really smell any of the notes really, but just know that this is just a beautiful unisex scent. To me, on my skin, I get a little bit more sweetness. I get some of that resinous balsamic vibe, and I also get that woodiness, but it's not too much. Like, it's just beautiful. And you may see a lot of bloggers and vloggers and YouTubers wear this fragrance because it's literally like a bad bee. Like, it's a bad bee. Like, it really is. This gives me RBE, rich B word energy. It's just amazing, and it layers beautifully with other fragrances. You can wear this on its own. I love wearing this just around the house because I'm really not going anywhere, as you can tell. Like, the dent is crazy, but I really enjoy wearing this going out. I get compliments even through a mask. It's just amazing. Like, projection and sillage is crazy. Longevity is amazing, especially how I spray. I will say I do go a little OD with this because I just really love the way that this smells. And in the winter time or the fall time when you have a little bit more layering going on, I love smelling like scarves and things like that because it just smells so good, you guys. It does. But if you want to splurge on your mom or your spouse or yourself, definitely check out Baccarat Rouge 540. All right, this video is so long, but we're at the last 3, okay? And the next fragrance is, of course, one that I have been talking about a lot recently, and this is Idole by Lancome. Like, you cannot go wrong with this. Just like Mon Perry, okay, this has that pear note. It has that sparkling, beautiful, fruity, fresh elements, and this has some musk. Of course, this has rose. Like, majority of these fragrances has rose, but this also has jasmine as well. Of course, this has musk, and this has vanilla in the base. You cannot go wrong with this fragrance. This is a nice dumb reach. This also reminds me of brunch, okay? This is beautiful. Some people say that this is basic or trashy or ratchet. Like, that ratchet blows me, okay? Me being a woman of color, okay, a black woman, someone calling something ratchet and they're not a person of color and they're not saying it in a funny way, I take offense to that. So I'm not saying like I'm a person who's like, you know, gets butthurt, but be conscious of what you say, because, you know, I'm just gonna nip it up. Anyways, Idole. This is a beautiful fragrance. It's not complex, it's not revolutionary, but it smells amazing. If you want to smell good, if you want compliments, I get so many compliments. The projection and sillage on this, especially for this to be a fresh fruity floral, is crazy. Like, I love this scent so much. It's so beautiful. It wears so nicely on the skin, and this gets musky in the dry down, and I don't like musky scents like that, but I think they're starting to creep up on me. Okay, they are creeping up on me. This is one that just wears so beautifully. My boo loves this scent on me. Every time I wear it, she's like, what is that? Like, you smell good. She wears it sometimes. Like, it's nice. So this is Idole by Lancome. Beautiful Mother's Day gift, or a nice fragrance to wear yourself on Mother's Day. The last rose fragrance that I have on my list today is one that I have not worn a ton, but I am going to start wearing because I have worn her a couple times and I was loving it. And this is Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming by Dior. And this scent has, of course, blackcurrant. This has some raspberry. This also has some pomegranate, but in the mid you get some peony and you get some rose honey, and then in the base you get musk again. This scent is so beautiful. It's so fruity, it's floral, but it's very sweet. Okay, it's a sweet fragrance. So if you like sweet fruity florals, but it's not overly fruity in my opinion, but you still get that, you know, vibe. Oh, it's so nice. I really like it. The rose in here is beautifully done. It's just so beautifully done. The dry down is musky, so you get a little bit of that like sophistication. It gets a little powdery, but not overly powdery. It kind of just smells like your skin, but better. This to me does not project that much. It does sit closer to the skin, so it's more of an intimate scent to me, but it lasts forever. And I don't know if it's because of how I spray, but it is a beautiful scent. Oh my goodness gracious. I can't wait to wear this more often. Dior is a house that I really don't have many fragrances from. Like, I don't have Poison or Hypnotic Poison or any of those. I just have this one, and I have Fève, of course. And yeah, this house is kind of piquing my interest. So this is one that I definitely would say, if you're a mother, or if you like sweeter scents, if you like floral scents, if you like fruity scents, musky scents, definitely check this out. Again, this is sweet, so if you or someone else are sensitive to sweet smells, then I wouldn't recommend this. But if you like sweet scents, definitely check this out. Depending on how you spray it, it can get cloying, but to me, I love sweet scents, so it doesn't get cloying for me. Okay, but it's amazing and I love it. So this is Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming by Dior. And last but certainly not least, we have my boo, my baby, the fragrance that reminds me of motherhood. And if you know me, go ahead and leave it down below. I know y'all know. I know y'all know. But this is Chloe Nomad. I love this scent. Again, like I said, I purchased this in 2019, I believe, 2018, 2019, and I was pregnant the whole year of 2019, and this just reminds me of my pregnancy. This reminds me of my baby moon to Cancun, and it just reminds me of just Mexico and the summertime, and just understanding that my life was about to change, and just loving it. This was my signature scent. I wore this every single day almost, if I didn't wear another fragrance. And yeah, this lasts amazingly. It wears beautifully. You get some jasmine in this. I believe this also has rose. I think so. And you also get some oak moss, some patchouli, some white musk, and some sandalwood in the base. Oh my gosh, I love this scent. To me, this is for the mom, right? This is for a more, I would say, a more mature mom who is edgy. This scent does smell motherly to me because it's warm, but it's green, but it's woody. You know, it's like all these elements, right? But this reminds me of kind of like my vibe. Like, if you guys haven't seen my other videos, check them out. But I love my tapestry. I love my pink Himalayan salt lamp. I love incense. You know, just eclectic, more chill type of boho mom. Definitely could see her wearing this. This to me is just beautiful. Like, To me, it describes me in a bottle. It's sophisticated, but it's also a little bit edgy because you don't smell fragrances like this often. Now, the Absolute version of this is a little bit more, I would say, mass pleasing because it has like a very heavy vanilla note and it gives it some warmth. And I am going to get my comparison video out to you guys. I have a lot of fragrances I want to compare for you guys, and I think I'm going to start a series. I'm just trying to figure out how to even get them placed, y'all. But this is beautiful. I love it. It lasts forever. It projects like crazy. And this has sentimental memories for me. If you want a fragrance and you want to smell unique, but you also want to smell good, I think this is a beautiful designer option. Chloe definitely hit it out the park with this because typically they do their, you know, just their fresh florals that I'm really not a fan of. This took me by surprise and I love it so much. So this is Nomad by Chloe, and I would have to say this is my top pick. And I'm very biased, but I love it so much. So again, this is Chloe Nomad. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and my special guest who fell asleep on us. If you guys don't know, I quiz you guys after every single video just to see who's rocking with me, who's staying until the end. And today, I want you guys to leave me the lipstick emoji because these red lips, honey, I'm giving you guys mamacita, señorita, okay? I'm giving you guys a salsa dancer, okay? Like who? Mother's Day? Okay, like, okay, spicy mom. So again, I hope you all enjoyed today's video and I will see you all in the next one.